Silver bells, silver bells.
Bah, humbug.
Merry Christmas to you, too.
Humbug to Christmas, too.
Good evening, I'm Kelly.
I'm Donathan.
And we are Craving Cinematics. Well, we just got back from seeing a new favorite Christmas movie for me and Donathan. The Man Who Invented Christmas. It has been released in limited theaters, which is a terrible, terrible, terrible shame. Bah humbug on those who decided to release it in limited theaters, because everybody who loves Christmas, who enjoys the holiday season, should see this, because I've just fallen in love with it.
Me too. Me too. This is definitely a period piece. They went all out.
Boy, did they ever.
On the scenery. Every little detail was there. You know, it gives you a good look into the mind of Charles Dickens.
Yes, it does.
But also as when an artist, when he or she goes about doing their art, what may go on in their minds.
Mm-hmm.
And the way they portrayed Charles Dickens doing it was so good. I don't have any words for it. I can't say anything without giving away any of the movie.
Yeah, yeah.
But the story arc in this is just really phenomenal. Because, like Kelly said, this is definitely an annual Christmas movie, up there with It's a Wonderful Life and A Christmas
Carol
and
Miracle on 34th Street. Yeah.
It's up there with those. The feeling that you get and the emotional roller coaster ride you go on this thing is amazing. So, yeah, I absolutely loved it.
Well, I don't think this is a spoiler alert. I hope it's not, because it's in the trailers that, Scrooge, his character,
played by Peter Cushing.
Peter Cushing?
Was it Peter Cushing?
No.
Christopher,
oh, jeez.
Christopher Plummer.
Christopher Plummer.
Peter
It was
Cushing.
on my... Peter Cushing.
Hammer Films is on my mind for some reason.
Peter Cushing may have done a good job, though.
Tarkin. Yeah.
Anyway.
Star Wars.
Christopher Plummer plays Scrooge.
Yeah.
And the character Scrooge, while Dickens is writing A Christmas Carol, comes and visits him and helps him through the story. And it's just really cool the way they do this. I'm really speechless, actually. We went to see the 7:30 movie of the showing of this movie. And honestly, if we didn't need to get back here and do this review and get it up so you all could see the review and go see this movie, find a theater that's playing it and go see this movie, I honestly would have paid to go see this movie again at the 10 o'clock showing.
Yeah. And
loved it again.
And what was a real shame is, even though it's very limited in theaters, when Kelly went and I went to see this at the theater, there was a total of, 7, 8 people in the theater?
Let's see, there was... Well, no, some people came in afterwards. I think there were probably 15 people in the movie theater.
15 total out of that big theater.
Y'all are missing out on even if you don't like Christmas, or even if you don't celebrate Christmas, Charles Dickens didn't just write A Christmas Carol. He wrote, Great Expectations, Oliver Twist, many. David Copperfield. And it's so funny because all of these characters are mentioned in this movie. And the guy playing Charles Dickens just kind of goes,
yeah.
And you see the new story just click, 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 click in his mind, and you're just like, I know what,
Yeah, he is so good. He also played the Beast in Beauty and the Beast with
Hermione Granger, Emma Watson.
Emma Watson. So he's just so good as Charles Dickens.
Yeah.
And I loved every bit of this movie. Now, the trailers don't do any kind of justice to it.
They really don't.
But
I like the trailers.
Yeah, but don't get sidetracked because the trailers are a little bit more lighthearted than what the actual movie is.
This
the movie
does go dark.
Is darker than what the trailers portray.
Mm-hmm.
So that we can say that may turn a few people off, but it needs it. You can't do it any other way.
There's a reason why it goes dark, and it's very heartwarming in the end.
Yes.
It is,
very much like the book itself.
Very much like the book itself. And, if you're a Charles Dickens fan, or if you're a Christmas Carol fan, or if you're a Christmas fan, or you just like good movies, this is definitely one that you need to go see.
Yep.
Like I said, I would have stayed to see the second showing of this movie had we had the time to do so.
Well, what rating would you give it?
I'd give it a 9.5.
9.5.
Mm-hmm.
I have to agree. 9.5. It's not very often that we give a 10 to any movie. There's always,
it's hard to make a perfect movie.
It's very difficult to do that. The only complaint I'd have is just in a few spots here and there, it's a little slow. Other than that, it's an awesome movie.
Yeah, but the slow parts go by fast. Figure that one out.
Anyway.
Now, doesn't that make sense, though? I mean, even though it's slow, they're kind of like slow, but they kind of, at the end, kind of, and you get into the fast part again. No? Okay. Maybe y'all understood what I meant. I don't know. I understood it. It's perfectly well in my head. Anyway, I'm Kelly.
I'm Donathan. See what I did there? And we are...
You can say it by yourself. I'm not saying anything else. That was not nice. Craving Cinematics. Ha ha! Bye.